Okay, again, good afternoon for our 3 p.m. session. I'll just check the attendance na I screenshot. Okay, so as for the last topic we're going to have in midterm, we are going to have the last lesson 11, tomato production guide. So I guess we will start. Anyway, this is recorded and this will just be posted later. Lycopersicum esculentum or tomato is popular, very popular around the world, and it's vastly grown in most parts of our country. And it's also a very nutritious and good source of vitamins A and C. It also contains mga dietary fiber, beta carotene, iron, lycopene, magnesium, niacin, potassium, phosphorus, and riboflavin and thiamine. So, and it's very rich in antioxidant because of its phenolic compounds, the colors, no, you can see. It has a lot of various colors, and therefore it is good for the heart, prevent premature aging, and reduces the risk of chronic diseases. So it's actually very adapted to temperate or cool area as well as tropical, no, and or dry climate with temperature ranging from 21 to 24 degrees Celsius. And in cooler areas, it can be grown on the month of September to January and November to February sa lowland areas. So it is best in sandy loam to clay loam soils with rich organic matter and good drainage, especially, and a pH of 5.5 to 8. So the soil must be well pulverized to promote good aeration and enhance root formation. So the soil should be prepared if you do the potting, no, medium by mixing 1 part garden soil and 1 part carbonized rice hull or 1 part compost or organic fertilizer. So 1:1:1 siya. So use potting medium measuring about 8 inches diameter and 10 inches height. And the bigger the pot, the better siya. So if you're going to plant in the field, so you need to raise seedlings and then transplant, no? So before sowing, isoak mo yung seeds overnight and sow immediately, or i-air dry siya before sowing. And fill the seeds with the tray with mixed media, then sow 1 seed per hole at the depth of 0.5 centimeter lang. Then cover the seeds with the fine soil and water. So after 25 days to 1 month after emergent, pwede mo na siyang i-transplant sa field. But of course, after hardening. And for the water and nutrient management naman, tomato is very sensitive to excessive moisture or waterlogging because it will trigger disease development like the blight. So during rainy season, marami talagang blight incidents. So make sure the pot should have enough holes para ma-drain siya, good drainage, and of course, it's very important to water the plants regularly every after 2 days, 1 to 2 days, and every time you apply fertilizer as well. Kasi your fertilizer cannot be absorbed without water, of course. So before transplanting, you also add handful of compost or vermicast or manure as a basal fertilizer. And also to boost plant vigor, you can spray weekly or drench organic probiotics preparation like the IMO or modified or basta IMO na siya, sorry, I forgot the vermity, the fish amino acid, the oriental herb nutrient, and the microorganism please help me if you remember. So FPJ is a fermented plant juice, and this you can be sprayed during vegetative stage. And during reproductive stage naman, you can also apply FFJ, Calfus, or OH in OHN to support the flower and fruit development. And if you decide not to have organic, so you can just dissolve 1 tablespoon of urea in a gallon of water and drench them to the seedling 1 week before transplanting. Or during transplanting naman, you add 1 tablespoon of complete fertilizer in the hole and cover with compost prior to planting. Then after 2 weeks naman after planting, you can apply 1 tablespoon of urea and more of potash before and bury them 1 inch deep but 3 to 4 inches away from the stem para hindi masunog yung ating tomato seedling. And you can repeat the application of the urea and potash mixture at 30 days after transplanting and thereafter naman before, during flowering, fruiting, and before harvest. So trellising is one also of the important thing that you need to do in tomato, no? If it is grown in container, usually kailangan lang mo lang ng support to hold them upright, and with trellis na usually after 15 days after transplanting, no, using locally available mga materials. Update ko lang yung ating screenshot, ha? Okay. So, yeah, for water management naman, you need to water, especially pag walang ulan, no? It also needs a lot of water. And since also tomato is very sensitive to flooding, watering must be done just to moisten the root zone, not to really flood them or excessive moisture during the start of flowering up to the last harvest kasi importante yun for the fruit development. And also, pruning, no, is done to attain better plant growth. It can be done also 10 to 20 days after transplanting or when yung meron na siyang masyadong side shoot, suckers, mag-elongate na siya, so putulin na lang natin para mag-concentrate talaga yung growth at saka production niya sa flowering. And pinch or cut suckers using pruners while small and prune in the morning para ma-hasten yung healing of plant wounds. For the pest management naman, update ko lang ulit yung ating. Okay, for the pest management naman, we have white flies, thrips, borer, and mga common insects yan ng tomato. Now, yung borer talaga yung pinaka so far kasi favorite ko yung tomato, no, in my research. So far, yun yung pinaka masakit sa ulo in terms of tomato production, no, and we also have bacterial wilt, blights, no, caused by fungi, and also mosaic virus are the common diseases, of course, caused by virus naman itong mosaic. And for insects, therefore, you can use OHN and other botanical pesticide preparations such as hot pepper and lemongrass extract, ginger extract, tomato extract, no. And for diseases, you can also use OHN, botanical fungicides, and extract of onion, ipil-ipil, kamantige, and takip kohol. So if you might be asking what is OHN, so Oriental Herb nutrients din yan. So those are fermented na mga spices natin. So for mosaic virus naman, since it is a virus, so there's no actually chemical for remedy. So you have to really eradicate this, uproot the plant to lessen sources of the inoculum or the causal agent. Otherwise, you also control insects, and insects can also be vectors, no? They are carriers of this viral diseases. Okay, so aside from spraying botanical pesticides, you can also grow aromatic crops like basil, allium, ginger, lemongrass, and marigold, no, which can help repel insects. Likewise, growing cosmos, sunflower, and zinnia can attract beneficial insects that can be also biological control agents. And importantly, sanitation or removing disease, damaged plant parts, and bury them or sunugin, and also get rid of a lot of weeds, no? And at strategic points, no? Not to compete within the plants, but still you need weeds around para doon sila atake, hindi doon sa tomato natin. And if you would not offer or organic. So you can use also chemical pesticide available commercially in the market. Now we can harvest our tomato if they are ready to fully ripen, no? Hindi talaga fully ripen, like 50 to 80%, mga ganon. So you can still, but if yung hindi dapat for immediate consumption, but if for ano pa siya, for long travel, for distant markets, so kailangan 50%. If mag-start na siyang mag-change color from green to pinkish red or yellow depending sa kanyang variety. So that would be all for tomato production, and I'll be giving you presentation, no, video presentation. And overall, yung cost ng ating tomato production is more or less nasa ano din, 100,000, less than 100,000. Kasi I have a personal experience with tomato for 1,000 square meter. Less than pa lang yun. So mag-range din siya sa 15,000. So before we proceed with the video presentation, do you have any questions or clarification regarding tomato production? Anyone?
Round 3, Ate.
May mga tanong ba tayo or clarification? So kung wala, then shall we proceed with the video presentation?
Madami na ang commercial nursery kung saan bibili ng tomato seedlings. Pero makakatipid ka kung ikaw ang magpupunla. Nursery establishment. Available din ang commercial planting medium, pero makakatipid ka din kung ikaw ang gagawa. Mag-prepare ng planting medium. Maglagay ng lupa sa sako. I-stock ito ng 1 to 2 months. Mag-mix ng 2 parts soil, 1 part organic at 1 part carbonized rice hull o 50-25-25% formulation. I-mix. I-sterilize. Kung hindi mag-sterilize, magdilig ng fungicide. Maglagay ng planting medium sa seedling tray na 128 holes. Gumawa ng butas. Ilagay ang seeds. Takpan ng lupa. Itabi ito ng patong-patong ng 2 to 3 days for incubation. Nursery management. Diligan araw-araw through misting tuwing umaga. Days 5 to 7, sisibol na ang seedlings. Mag-spray ng insecticide 3 days after germination. Gawin ito 2 beses sa loob ng 15 days kung may sumisira sa dahon ng seedlings. Mag-fungicide din kung mayroong dumping off. Sa day 15 to 18, mag-fertilize ng 1 latang calcium nitrate. Tunawin ito sa 8 liters o 2 gallons na tubig. I-dip sa ginawang solution ang tray upang masipsip ng ugat ang fertilizer. Sa day 21, gawin ang hardening. Ilagay ang seedling sa lugar na mas exposed sa sunlight. Dito, every other day na lang ang pagdidilig. Sa day 28, pwede na mag-transplanting. Land preparation. Dito sa Pilipinas, mechanical land preparation pa rin ang tomato farming. Araruhin ang lupa. Mag-basal fertilization. Mag-mix ng 75% organic manure at 25% 16-16-16 fertilizer. Gumawa ng kanal na 50 centimeters. Gumawa ng plot na 1 meter. Ang lupa na galing sa kanal ang ilalagay sa plot o bed. Gawin ang plastic mulching. Gumawa ng 2 linya ng butas sa bed. Ang distance ng butas ay 50 centimeters per hill. Ganon din sa kabilang hill. Ang 2 linya ng hill ay hindi magkatapat para maiwasang mag-crowded ang tomato plant kapag may mga branches na ito. Samantala sa traditional farming, hindi ginagawa ang plastic mulching. Farm management, early vegetative stage. Day 1 to 14 after transplanting ay early vegetative stage. Mag-dredging after transplanting. Ulitin ito sa Day 3 at Day 6. Mag-spray ng insecticide at fungicide as needed. Tabunan ng lupa ang bagong lipat tanim upang hindi matuyo ang puno nito. Vegetative to late vegetative stage. Day 15 to 30 from transplanting ay vegetative to late vegetative stage. Sa Day 14, mag-side dress fertilization. Mag-mix ng 1:1 ratio ng 16-16-16 at urea. Maglagay ng 1 kutsarita sa bawat puno. 4 inches ang layo nito sa puno. Sa Day 21, gawin ang trellising. Ito ay suporta sa mga bunga. Sa Day 28, ulitin ang side dressing. Flowering stage. Sa day 31 to 45 ang flowering stage. Sa day 42, mag-side dress gamit naman ang urea at 0060. Gawin ding regular ang weeding sa taniman.
Round 2, Daddy versus Luncheon Meat.
Fruiting stage. Day 45 ang umpisa ng fruiting stage. Sa days 56, 70 at 84, ulitin ang side dressing ng urea at 0060. Tandaan, ang side dressing ay tuwing 14 days. Harvesting. Day 65, mag-start ng mag-harvest. Sa day 98, mag-side dress na lang ng 16-16-16. Maglagay ng 2.5 grams sa bawat puno. Tuloy-tuloy ang fertilization every 14 days. Kasabay ang insecticide at fungicide application hanggang sa dulo na ng buhay ng halaman. Mag-harvest kapag manibalang na ang prutas o kaya kapag may silay na sa may ilalim na part ng bunga. Sinasama din ang korona sa pag-harvest. Patunay ito na bagong harvest at fresh ang bunga. Ito ang preference ngayon ng mga buyers. At isort ang mga na-harvest according to sizes.
So I guess yun lang no about tomato farming in the Philippines. But I also have here a greenhouse tomatoes farming, and it's very nice also to have a look kung gaano ba ka tawag doon, high technology din ang greenhouse modern farming nung tomato. So let's take a look.
Welcome to All Farm.
Okay, so I guess that would be all for tomato production presentation regarding the both the I don't know greenhouse and field condition in the Philippines. So, do you have any questions or clarification? I guess clear naman masyado yung ating video presentation, and it's also um well understood. So we only have limited time left. So if you have questions or clarification, maybe you can just ask one question maybe, or you can just ask later sa ating Facebook group chat, And thank you very much for joining with me this session, and I hope to see you again next week. We're going to finally start with our prelim module. So anyone have questions or clarifications regarding tomato production topic? So I'm sure lahat kayo you have experience naman planting tomato, no? If not, of course, please na one day, someday, no, kanang magtanan naman nagakaon man kitag kamatis. So you just have a chance na tanom ng seeds na makita nimo. Or if you can also have your backyard garden for tomato, the better, no, na maka-experience yun mo. So planting is not only being fruitful, but also it can also part of human or psychology na it's more of relaxing and also kanang fulfilling, no? So sorry we don't have much time, so see you again next week, and if you have questions again i-chat na lang. So thank you and bye bye everyone.